Hey, 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 what is up, Facebook? Looks like Facebook's going to go ahead and build me an audience. So I will wait right here until people start joining. Hopefully, everyone has had a fabulous weekend. Miss Jocelyn, how are you today? Mr. Stecker, appreciate it. You're on every time. You're always one I can count on. I was just bragging on you this weekend to my mother-in-law. How's everybody's weekend so far? Hopefully good since it's almost over. All right, I already got a like. This is good. Starting off good. Miss Gilpatrick, how are you? Today was your birthday, Jocelyn. Happy birthday. Sorry for not wishing you a birthday earlier. Mrs. Weaver, nice of you to join. Mr. Carr, another one of my guarantees every time I go live. I appreciate it. Jake Quick, how are you, my man? Everything is perfect, Caitlin. Thank you very much for that. You're very welcome, Jocelyn. Oh, shoot. I don't know about any bonuses, Darren, but I might be able to help you pick up some quick cash tonight with my little tip. Hopefully the dishwasher's not too loud, but see, Courtney has me doing all my man chores before I get to watch Westworld tonight. So just did some dishes real fast, fixed a cabinet. Almost was late for my Sunday smarts because I was doing my man stuff, my man chores. But you know what they say: happy wife, happy life, right? Miss Brittany, how are you? You're another one that's always on. I appreciate it. You always join. I appreciate it very much. Natalie, how are you and Cody doing? All right. Well, I believe we're almost a little past 7. Has anyone got a chance to check out the super moon I think we're having tonight? I read a ton of stuff on Facebook. It seems as if the moon is going to be extremely large tonight and tomorrow. Hello, Mrs. Griggs. Make sure to tell your husband hello for me. Good. Thanks for the feedback, Courtney. I am doing fabulous, Brittany. Thank you. What's up, Amber? All right, let's go ahead and get this started. So tonight is going to be quick, easy, painless. I will not take very much of your time at all tonight. Miss Debbie Green, how are you? Well, hopefully it's a good makes them start moving a little better than. However, they're in full rut. This cold weekend we had, I think, finally kicked the rut in full gear. I'm hoping. So, obviously, my name is Michael Weaver. I am a State Farm agent. I've been with State Farm for 6 years, going on 7. We've got owned our own agency. Myself and my wife Courtney, we've owned our own agency now for 2.5, almost 3 years. have a bachelor's in business from Baker University, have my retirement income certified professionals designation or degree from the American College. I am one of the top State Farm agents in the company, one of the top financial services agents in all of the industry. So I just tell you a little bit about that. I think credentials are always a good thing. Not that that makes me more wise than anyone else, but credentials are a good thing. So that's why I just said all of that. If you guys have any questions about anything at all during tonight, please feel free to ask. Mr. Smith, how are you? Got to give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs today. I don't know if anyone watched that game, but I have this game today probably got me the most excited about the Chiefs season that we've had so far. I think today we showed everyone that we're a legit team, even with some of our key players out. So stay tuned for the Chiefs season. I think we're going to make a decent little run this year, which is hard for me to say because being a Chiefs fan, I feel like I always get let down every season. But I feel like we're going to surprise some people this year. Anyways, let's get back to business. Quick cash for Christmas. So let me ask you guys before I give my tip. Do any of you have any ideas for quick cash for Christmas? Something that you could come up with in the next month, an extra $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. Just any ideas at all? Any ideas at all of what I'm gonna say, or any ideas of what you think of how to get quick cash? Anything at all? Anything at all? Okay. If no ideas, I'm going to go ahead and give mine away. So, my idea. All right, regift. That's a pretty good one, Natalie. I think we better keep it legal on here, Darren. We better keep it legal on here. Selling your plasma. Well, you're probably talking about like actual plasma out of your body, Nick. So I automatically went to your TV. Budget, stash cash. That's a good one. The regift one's still pretty funny, I've got to admit. All right, so those are some great ideas, some funny ideas. Budget, stash cash. I think that's a great way, Jocelyn. I would actually challenge everyone. I don't know. I've always been taught that for Christmas, like you should start saving in like January and just put a little bit away every single month, or buy gifts as you go along throughout the year. The only thing with gifts is it's really hard to hide them for that long. But if you were to start saving in January, a little bit every single month, it's a lot easier than just coming up with a lump sum of cash at the end of the year. So I do like that idea, Jocelyn. That was a little bit of what I was going to talk about tonight, but not the way to get quick cash. Switch to State Farm. There we go. That's good. Kidney. That's pretty good. Put it all on red in Vegas. There we go. I do like some roulette, I've got to admit. But that's also not maybe the safest way to get quick cash. So here we go. Easy way to get quick cash for Christmas. If you have a vehicle payment, I would encourage you to at least think about, now this is only if you need cash for Christmas. But right now interest rates are really good. So if you have a vehicle loan payment, consider refining. So refinancing your car. When you refinance your vehicle payment or loan, you can basically skip a payment for 45 days. So let's think about this for a minute. If you haven't made your payment in November, you could theoretically refinance your car this week, put your first payment out 45 days, which is going to get you in January. That would save you November and December's payment. How sweet would that be? Let's say you've already paid in November. What you're going to want to do is, first part of December, end of November, you're going to want to look at refinancing your car. Refinance your car, put your payment out 45 days. The 45-day mark puts you mid-January to end of January. You skip December's payment. So most people's car payments are anywhere between $300 and $700 a month. That's an easy way to basically get quick cash. The reason I encourage you to refinance your car is because refinancing vehicles are free. So if you were to refinance your vehicle with me, of course. So if you look at refinancing your car, you better call me since this is my idea, okay? I'm just kidding. But if you refinance your car, one, it's free, so companies don't charge you. Two, you can refinance for the same loan term, so the same amount of months you have left. Three, you can refinance. You may even get a lower interest rate. So with that being said, it's really a win-win situation. You get to skip a payment. You're going to have the same amount of months left, and it's free to do so. And you might even lower your interest rate, which is going to lower your payment. It's really a pretty sweet deal that I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about. So I know Christmas is hard for a lot of folks. I really do. So now Jocelyn's idea from earlier about budgeting, I think that's great. So budget throughout the year, stash cash away, and then at the end of the year, plenty saved. But if you need quick cash, refinancing your car is a good way because you can skip a payment, maybe two if you do it right. You can maybe skip November and December's payment and have your first one in January. Now, if you refinance with State Farm, with me, of course, so refinancing is free. We're probably going to get you a better interest rate than what you currently have because we want to make sure it makes sense. State Farm offers free gap insurance, which is a big deal. So if you're currently paying for gap coverage and we're able to refinance it through State Farm, you cancel your current gap, they're going to send you a check back. Now that check will be prorated and you're not going to get it before Christmas more than likely, but that's an easy way to also get some quick cash right after Christmas to help with your payment in January. But even if you don't refinance or call me to refinance, it's a great idea to get quick cash if you need it. I know Christmas makes the budget tight for a lot of people. So I wanted to come up and tell you guys a good idea to get quick cash that absolutely costs you nothing and honestly can be better for you in the long run because you might be able to lower your interest rate, maybe able to cancel your gap and get that check back, and it's free. So it's a win-win for everyone. So does anyone have questions about any of that? We just had a lot of people join. So Miss Sammy Burrows, Chris Downing, Jake from State Farm, Mitchell Bainbridge, how are you, my man? Jody Wise, Chrissy, how are you? Mrs. Brinkley, Bozo, my man, Bo, what is going on? But that's my tip for getting quick cash free. So it's an easy way, simple way, allows you to skip a couple payments. You know, if Christmas is going to be tight this year, it's a great way to just get a quick. I mean, if you have a $600 car payment a month, think about that $600 you can skip in December, maybe even November. That's $1,200 that frees you up for Christmas presents. So it's I don't know. And then what I would encourage you to do is start budgeting effective in January. Create a budget. If you need help with a budget, instant message me, call me. I can give you some ideas on that as well. I've actually had a Facebook live session over saving and budgeting before. It was one of the first ones I did, so go back You can scroll back through my news feed, check it. But start to put money away every single month. Makes it easier to come up with the lump sum at the end of the year. Can you refinance a house and a car at the same time? The answer is yes, but what I'm going to tell you is most mortgage lenders are going to tell you to do nothing during the refinancing process, just in case they don't get the loan closed in time, of them running your credit. If they have to rerun it again and you've had a hit on it, your credit could theoretically go down, which could change the interest rate. But and I tell you, refinancing a house takes anywhere between probably 30 and 60 days. So it could help save money after Christmas more than likely. But I would probably not do both at the same time, just in case it did affect your credit, because you want to make sure you get the best interest rate. I do mortgages as well. So if you have any questions about that, Jocelyn, give me a call. I'd love to answer any questions you have about that. 0%. So, if you have 0%, Caitlin, 0% is amazing. But I would tell you sometimes I'm actually able to help people, even though they have a 0% interest rate, if they have gap insurance. Sometimes, if the math is right, by getting rid of that gap policy, their payment actually goes down enough, even if they have a 1%, 2% loan, if that makes sense. So, don't get stuck on interest rates, get stuck on payments, is what I tell people. Well, kind of. You don't want a super high interest rate for a super low payment, because they give you a big term. So the math just has to make sense, is all that means. You want the best payment for the best interest rate for the best term available. All right, any more questions? I told you guys I was going to keep it quick tonight. No questions are dumb. The only dumb questions are the questions that are not asked. Yeah, Natalie, so that's a great question, actually. You could refinance exactly what you have left on the car. So that's the easiest way to do it. Now, if you needed, let's say that you needed cash more than just for Christmas, maybe you had an emergency come up and you need money and you have enough equity in your car, you could do a cashback refinance. So not only are you going to be able to skip a payment, but you might also be able to get some equity out of your car. So you can do cashback refinances on cars if you have enough equity, but you can just refinance the exact loan amount that you have left for the exact term, and it's free. So it's, like I said, it's a win-win. It helps you skip a payment. Yeah, 800 is probably about right, but it's probably included in your loan, Caitlin, if I had to guess, in your loan payment. Miss Amy, how are you? Mom, hopefully you're feeling better. A new drone mat. I don't know if we'll see about that. Mr. Couch, how are you? Brett Becker, my man, how's St. Louis? All right. That's all I had for tonight. So, any other questions? Any questions at all? So, like I said, my tip for getting some quick cash before I wrap this up again is to refinance a vehicle. Why? Because it's free, number one. 2, it allows you to skip a payment. 3, you can refinance for the exact loan amount and the exact term that you have left. 4, it's free. It's a win-win for everyone. Just an easy tip to get quick cash back. And then what I would recommend you do is, effective 2017 January, start creating a budget and putting a little bit of money away every single month for your Christmas savings, so at the end of the year you don't have to come up with a lump sum of cash to buy presents. All right. Any other questions? I see the viewers going down, so I think people are or getting bored for some reason. I don't know, but if we have no other questions, thank all of you for watching. Thank you for your questions. I appreciate the interaction and the involvement. For those of you who watch every single Sunday, every single Wednesday, just know that me and Courtney appreciate you all. We love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. We appreciate every single one of you. If you have questions at all after this, please instant message me, text me, call me, whatever. Hopefully you all have a fabulous week. I know there's some crazy stuff going on in the world, so control the controllables, control you, and do your thing this week. Always have a positive attitude. That's kind of my motto for every week, is being successful is totally up to me, and no negativity allowed. That's also a good one. So if you think I deserve a like, shoot me a like. If you think I deserve a share, please share away. That's really the only way other people that I'm not friends with know about these live feeds. So thank you all very much again. Have a fabulous Sunday evening. Check out the supermoon. I think the moon's supposed to be ginormous tonight, one of the brightest ones we've had in the 21st century, I believe. And thank you all again, and have a fabulous week.